All right, hello, everybody. Hey, welcome to Daniel's Den. This is Daniel Higgins coming to you live. Thank you for hanging out today, tonight, this afternoon. Just depends on where you're at in this awesome world we live in. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everyone, all that it applies to. I know I'm in the United States and it's right around 11 p.m. So that means it's probably Christmas Day for most of my viewers because we are international broadcast right here today, tonight, this afternoon, right? So thank you for hanging out. We're going to talk real briefly about this amazing book called How Rich People Think. Man, this book has me so captivated right now. It is absolutely challenging me to raise my level of thinking and awareness. And I'm going to share some great conversation that comes directly from this book because I think it's so important. And once again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody. We know the reason for the season and we're celebrating that tomorrow in the United States. Like I said, you might catch this and it's already Christmas Day, right? So the conversation, one really huge quote that I read from this book that really jumped out at me, and I've just been meditating on it, mulling it over, is "Consciousness is Contagious" by Mr. Albert Einstein, okay? Consciousness is contagious. Now, the main point that I want to talk about here is this amazing quote here. Hang around world-class thinkers. Listen to them talk. The conversation is always about moving forward and getting better. That's the theme. That's the overall arching theme you hear with people who are excelling in life. So when you're hearing the opposite all the time, right? If you're hearing the opposite, you may need to look at changing your circle or removing yourself from that negative conversation. Because once again, Albert Einstein lays it out for us and says, consciousness is contagious. What is consciousness? It is a way of thinking, right? And I'm going to definitely drill this home in just a little bit with another quote, but listen, it's very important to be aware of how you feel after having a conversation with someone. Are they inspiring? Are they triggering you to move forward, right? After you leave that conversation, are you feeling empowered? Are you feeling rejected when you leave that conversation with that person, right? What's the feeling after you leave that conversation with that person, that individual? Now, of course, we know we're in the days, right? And you might be exposed to different family members and loved ones that might not be controlling or having a positive consciousness, right? But their negative consciousness not be trying to jump in and jump up at you, right? So you have to decide how you're going to handle that. That's another reason why I want to talk about this, is because we're going to be surrounded by and hang around different type of thinking, right? And that thinking comes out in their consciousness and how they interact with you, right? So one huge thing that this book says is that the world class, he's implying that the world class elite people who are chasing their goals and dreams, people who are pursuing their wealth, people who are moving towards financial freedom, right? All of those successful individuals, they can't afford to be bombarded with negative energy. Now, don't misunderstand me. You got to balance out taking back feedback. But what I'm talking about is just a negative energy all the time, someone who's not moving forward in their life and consistently is sharing a consciousness with you that's contagious in a negative, bad way, right? So here's one of the huge things that he says: the world-class thinkers are so selective and protective of their greatest asset, their ability to think. And this goes right back to biblical principles. As your soul prospers, right? What's the soul? The soul is your way of thinking, okay? So as your soul prospers, we want you to prosper. You can't prosper without prospering your soul, without elevating this mindset and this thought process, right? Now, one huge thing that it talks about is the habits of thoughts, right? Habits of your thoughts. You gotta reel that in. And then also, when someone else is helping you unleash negative habits of thought, you're going to have to control that somehow, right? So you're either going to have to get up, remove yourself from the conversation, or you're going to have to do something to initiate in your mind that you're not accepting that negative consciousness, right? Or that negative point of view, right? And this is one of the huge things that he talks about in this book, is that successful people start ending up gathering and hanging around more successful people because they don't want to hear that negative, full of fear, full of, doubt, unbelief. They don't want to be around middle class or lower level thinking. They don't want to do that anymore. They've been there, they've done that. And now they want to move towards protecting their minds so that their minds have the freedom to think and focus in on the beautiful aspects of life. And also, of course, deal with the challenges, because, of course, we're alive. So as long as you're breathing, you're going to have some challenges. So we don't avoid challenges. We know they're coming, right? So we're not talking about pie in the sky, everything's perfect, you don't have any issues. No, we're talking about controlling what you can control. There are some situations in this world, some negativity that you just can't control, right? But you don't have to just pile that on yourself over and over and over again, right? So you got to watch the conversation that you have. How does that conversation pan out with the people that you're around, right? Then, of course, you have to watch the conversation you have within yourself, right? So here is one of the things I'm going to drive home at the end of this short video that just focused in on the thought processes that we have, right? This quote really, really drives it home. And it's not my opinion. I'm just sharing this amazing book with you today, tonight, this afternoon, because it's making an impact and shifting my mindset, right? So, what the masses don't understand is their habits of thoughts. Think about habits of thoughts are their destroyers. Okay, so definitely pick up this book by Stephen C. Bowl. I don't get any compensation for that. I just want you to have great information. I'm always wanting to share great content to help empower people as much as possible. Listen, we are part of an organization called Wealth Builders Worldwide that literally every single day has some positive content for you to connect with to help you shift your thinking from a middle class thinking to a successful world class thinking, wealthy thinking, right? Every single day, our Wealth Builders Worldwide family is sharing some content with you to help you move towards that goal, right? Tomorrow is no different. We have a live power call at 10:45 Eastern Standard Time. Take a quick screenshot of this. I got to update this slide here for some good reasons. But at 10:45 Eastern Standard Time, you can find us on goldrocks.info on Christmas Day or whatever day it is for you, because this is a global broadcast. And we'll be sharing some great content to help anybody under the sound of our voice move towards financial freedom. You know what? We believe that you can be financially free, and our team continues to share how you can do that. In this graphic, man, there's people who have been financially free for several years. There's people who are financially free for just a year. There's people who are single mothers that are doing this full time because they want to take care of their families. There's pastors, there's doctors, there's recording artists. I mean, there's a whole lot of different people from all different walks of life represented in our amazing Wealth Builders Worldwide group and live support. All right. And then we have the main event at Sunday night. Okay. So get back with the person sharing this content with you. Now, if that person is me, you go straight to y1income.com, get your free registration. We have a very, very simple program here. Our program is so simple, we can explain it to you in just a few moments. What are we doing here? Get your free registration, get your free registration, and get your $33 membership. Boom. That's it. And you share that with other people and it keeps duplicating. That's it. So you can get paid in real time within this business, because that's what we do here. We empower people to move forward and join a positive conversation about building wealth, learning more about wealth principles, and then actually using them. All right. So thank you so much for your time. I will see you guys on the next live stream. We'll be live tomorrow at 10:45 Eastern Standard Time with the power call. Have a great day, night, afternoon, guys. Thank you for hanging out.